Well, hey y'all, hope y'all doing all right today. My name is Sandy. I'm coming from Georgia down south just to teach y'all a little bit about polynomials. Now eventually we're going to get to adding and subtracting them, but right now I think I just want to tell you what a polynomial is because you're probably wondering. Well, you've got this nice fat definition right here for you, so you can go ahead and read that. But I'm just going to go into a little explanation about this poly here. Poly is not the name of my bird, although I wish it was. Poly means many, right? In other words, it has many terms. So if we look here at this example, we've got a 2x to the third, a 4x squared, 10x, and a negative 25. Now, none of these are like terms, so we can't combine them, but they're held together by these together as one whole thing, which makes it a polynomial. Now we do have some fancy ones like a monomial. Well, that's only a one-term thing. Now if I said mono and mono, that means meet me outside, one-on-one, you and me, right? So mono is going to mean one, and you better make sure that you have only one term there. No plus and minus, nothing with it, just one little thing. And a binomial, that's a step up, right? A bicycle's got two wheels, so bi is going to mean two terms for a binomial. Over here you can see you've got a 4x squared and a minus 25, and again, they're not like terms. Can't put them together, but they're held together by this little sign here. Two terms makes it a binomial. Well, looky, next up we have trinomial. A trinomial, triangle's got three sides, right? 3 points. Trinomial is going to have three terms just like you see right here. So now anything that has more than one term can be considered a polynomial, but binomial and trinomial have fancy names just to be a little more specific. We didn't want to get any crazier than that and call something a quadromial or nothing for 4 terms or 5. So that's where we came up with polynomial. Alright, so polynomials, they have names, right? We can name them by term, but we can also name them by degree, like they got a first name and a last name. So if you're going to talk about the degree of a polynomial, all you got to do is find the highest exponent that it has. If we look over here, we got a 2 over here, and we got a 3 right here, and if it's got nothing, then you know that it's a 1. So which of these numbers is the highest? It's going to be 3. That means that this polynomial is a polynomial in the third degree. And if we check out this example over here, 4y to the fifth plus 10y to the nothing, which means 1, and negative 2y to the fourth. Well, 5 here is telling me that's the highest exponent that there is on this one. So this one's going to be a 5th degree polynomial. Just like that. Okay, so this is a 5th degree polynomial, but it also has only 3 terms. So technically, I can call that a 5th degree trinomial, and that will be like the legit name for that guy. But anyway, polynomials also have these things called leading coefficients. The leading coefficient's kind of like the boss, you know, like runs the line, like the front of the train. So if we want to find the leading coefficient, all we have to do is find the highest degree. So over here, we got that 2 again, and then a 3, and this one has nothing, so I know it's a 1. The highest exponent here is 3, which is going to make 2 the leading coefficient. Over here, 2 is going to be our boss, okay? That's going to bring me down to this part, but before I get there, I just want to touch up on this scary thing happening right here. Sometimes when you get into higher courses than algebra, you're going to see things that have multiple variables with different exponents. Don't be scared, y'all. In this case, you can add them together to see who's the boss. 2 here and 5 here is going to give us 7. A 1 and a 1 is a 2. And 4 plus 4, that means 8. So because these guys are going to give us the highest exponent if we add them together, guess what? That means this guy is the leading coefficient. Now don't forget, he's got a sign in front of him. He's negative 2. So now that I've talked about highest degree and leading coefficient, I'm going to show you standard form because that's what really makes the leading coefficient. So let me explain. If we want to write this in standard form, that means that the exponents have to decrease from left to right. In other words, we want the highest exponent first. So if I look over here, my highest exponent is 3. That means I need this term in the front, which is going to be 4x to the third. Okay, and then my next highest exponent is a 2. Don't forget that sign in front. That's going to put negative 7x squared to go second. And then I can finish with negative 5x. That would be the standard form because the highest exponent is 3, then it goes to 2, and then it goes right on down to 1. So the degree of this polynomial is 3, or third, and the leading coefficient in this case is going to be that 4 right in front. He's the leader, see? Follow the leader, leader, leader. So now over here, it's going to get a little bit crazy for you, but don't be scared. Again, we're going to add these up, which is going to give us highest exponent of 5. And don't forget, there's a negative 4 there. So if we write this, we're going to have negative 4x squared y to the third. And then you betcha that plus 2x to the fourth is going to come next. And we'll finish up with a positive 7. All set there. So my highest degree here is going to be 5 because we have to add those together. And the leading coefficient is that negative 4. Ladies and gentlemen, that is page 1. I'll talk to y'all later because I had enough for now. Bye-bye.